What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to start the Gauntlet Series for the Soundcore Space One Pro headphones. Now, this is going to be strictly a sound Gauntlet Series. We're going to go through, we're going to test, compare Bluetooth sound as well as 3.5 millimeter connection sound, I guess analog, if you want to call it that, sound between these headphones and the ones in this lineup. As always, I will leave description to my unboxing videos for both headphones in the videos. If you want to know more about noise canceling and the apps, the pricing, and the like, these are come in at 200. I'm looking. The ones in this are right around that price range for them. So I figured those would be a more favorable and better comparison than having these go up against the 400, the even 300 and so on pairs of headphones. I figured these guys would do a really good job, and I got a nice lineup here to go with. All right, so without now that I got that out of the way rather, let's go ahead and find out who opponent number one is, and they will be the Skullcandy Crusher ANC 2 headphones. All right, so this is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see how these two pair up. All right, again, like I said, it's just going to be a sound gauntlet challenge. We're going to zero out the EQs, and we're going to see how these guys rock individually through a few songs. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're back in for song number one, actually. We did a coin flip off camera, and we're going to start off with the Crusher ANC2s. We are in the app right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple things. We're in hearing mode. We are actually still in, I had them in noise canceling. We put them in. All right, now I don't feel like I'm yelling. Okay, so now we're going to really quick show you a couple things here. My EQ settings, first of all, let's go to custom. As you can see here, it shows that the EQ is zeroed out. Okay. And also the Crusher technology, because it's such a haptic, it's not I don't want to say haptic, but because it is, but it's not I don't consider it pure bass, like coming out of, I think it's more artificial. So we're going to turn this off. All right, and we're just going to use just the bass from the headphones. All right, I know they have a bass up option for the Space One Pros, but I think these things are two totally different things. And personally, I'm gonna turn it off on these as well. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I know I'm going to hear something in the comments, I'm sure, of why I didn't use this, but to me, it's not actual bass to me. So we're just going to go with that. All right, I'll show you the equalizer. So now we're going to go back in. We turn on noise canceling. All right, so let's go ahead. We got our first song all queued up. Make sure we are using it the right way. I'm going to turn off the Wi-Fi, so that way I'm doing strictly high-res audio. Excuse me. And we're going to check make sure we are at optimal listening level, just at the red, orange line. All right. Here we go. Song number one with the Crusher ANC2s. All right. Nice clarity. Got some detail there with her breathing. Okay. Sound stage is decent. Background vocalists sound very clear as well. Very nice. Again, nice popping sound. The enunciation, the B's, the T's, that's getting a good detail there. Very clean. And very clear. I like this. Okay. All right. Sounds really good. Nice clarity, decent sound stage. Background vocalists sound nice and clear. Got really, really good detail out of that one. All right. I really did like that. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to the Space One Pros rather, and see how they do. All right, we're back in. We got the Space One Pros on. I don't know why I want to keep switching that around. All right, we're in transparency mode. Now, normally I have LDAC turned on these guys, but unless I'm using in a multi-point mode. But right now, just to keep it even and keep it fair, in this comparison with the Crusher ANC 2s, I decided to go with this one without ANC being turned on and see how we do. Just trying to keep it apples to apples when it comes to this one. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into my EQ settings. Okay, zeroed out, so there's no EQ help. All right, and I also have Adobe Audio turned on, so I'm gonna turn that off as well. Just again, keeping it apples to apples. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and turn on noise canceling. All right, there you go. Noise canceling has been turned on. Let's go ahead and make sure we have our optimal listening level. All right, we're there. Now let's go ahead and get into our. Wait a minute, I got it the wrong way. All right, here we go. All right, we got our first song up. Let's do it. All right, good clarity. Again, good detail with her breathing, the nuances in it, very clean. Nice sound stage, nice and wide with the background vocalist. Very clear. Again, good detail in her voice, and again, her breathing. The you can pick that up with going through the mic, so you got really good detail with that. Again, a lot. The clarity of the background vocalist is great as well. All right, very clean, very nice. Again, nice detail. That sound stage is very good separation in there as well. Sound really good. All right, now what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and go into this. We'll come back to the same song, but this time we're gonna do it with the USB via the 3.5 millimeter cables and see how they do. All right, we're back in for the wired test for the first song, and we will, of course, we're going back in first with the Crusher ANC 2s, and as you can see here, we are using Skullcandy's 3.5 millimeter cable that came with the headphones. Just want to show you guys. Got the Skullcandy branding on the 3.5s, so that way there can be no. Well, you're using a third party cable if someone doesn't like what I say here. So yes, I am using their own cable out of their own box to do this. All right, so let's go ahead and get plugged in. All right. We are plugged in. Now we're going back to the first song here. All right. So here we go. We're going to do a quick test. Here we go. All right. We're just wanted to make sure it's routing. Okay. We got it. All right. Whoops. Sorry about that. All right. Here we go. Wow. All right. Right at the top, we can turn this down. Okay. Very loud. But then definitely very clear. The soundstage has improved on these with the wired connection. Sounds a little wider. Again, but you're getting that great detail. And that clarity that's impressive. Very clean, very clear. Again, I mean, I know everybody said, and it's true, wire connections are a lot clearer, a lot crisper than Bluetooth because of compression and everything. And I understand that, but man, they just sound really crisp here on this one here on with the wire connection here. Very clear. The details even pops out a lot more, even more rather. I ain't gonna say a lot, but even more. But man, that sounds really, really good. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to the Sonos. This, oh my God, the Space Pro One, the Space One Pros. There I go again, and get them wired up and see how they sound. All right, we're back in. Great for the Space Pro Ones analog test. There's no branding on their cables, their 3.5 cables, but I did just pull these out of the case. So let's go ahead and get these guys plugged in. All right. All right, we are plugged in. Headphones are on. It's a quick test. All right, we're good. Let's make sure we at our, make sure we are at our optimal listening level. Actually, we're going to see. I want to see something. We're going to max these out just like when these started out. They were fully maxed out. I just want to see which one is the loudest. All right, here we go. Okay, we can turn this down a couple notches. For the record, the Skullcandies are the louder. All right, nice clarity. And good detail with the breathing. Nice detail. The bees, the popping sound from the B's, the P's, the T's, very clean. Again, love the nuance. I love it. Love hearing that type of stuff. And again, soundstage, nice separation, nice and wide. Okay, again, very nice, very clean sounding. Again, not as loud as the Crusher ANC 2s, but excuse me, I'm sorry. Again, good detail as well. Soundstage, like I said, very nice and wide. You got good space in between all the vocalists in this one. All right, so let's go ahead, jump back into Bluetooth and go to song number 2. All right, back in for the sound test, obviously, but the bass test. We got our E40 up, and here we go. All right, rocking these with the Crusher ANC 2s. Nice clean bass, nice bump, nice punch. That reverb fades away nicely. I like it. All right, now we got T-Pain in. Auto-tune, a little tinny, but not bad. Lyrics are clear. The bass, I really do like how this bass punches though. Very clean. Very clear. All right, now we got E40 coming in. Very clear. Very clean. Uh, Again, I got a little wrapped up into it there because I was just feeling that thump from the bass and the reverb. I was totally enjoying all that. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to the Space One Pros and see how they do. All right, we're back in. We got the Space One Pros on. Second song, let's go. All right, nice punch to the bass. And that reverb is sick. Okay. And then the auto tune with T-Pain, nice and smoothed out here. But that bass is just, it's thumping. Very clean. Yes. Absolutely just love the way it sounds. Good clarity. Nice sound stage. Very clear. All right, now we got E40 in. Very clear. Again, I'm loving this bass. Very clean. The bass, it hits hard. Vocals are very clear. Just sound really nice with the sound stage as well. Let's go ahead and switch over to the 3.5 test. All right, we are back in. We got the 3.5 connection set up. We got the Crusher ANCs on. Let's go. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's calm down. I mean, the bass is punching here. Real powerful. Reverb is just beautiful. I literally had to turn these down. But that bass is insane. And again, vocals very clear. Again, nice. Again, like I said, very loud. Headphones, especially with the analog cable on. But that bass is just sinister. Very clean. It hits hard. Yes. Again, reverb fades away nicely, that low end. Very clear. All right. Okay. Oh my man, that took me by surprise at the beginning there because it punched me right upside the head with that. All right. Again, very powerful bass of uh, bass punch. The reverb, nice, rattles the ear canals, but then fades away nicely. Absolutely love it. Again, I'm thinking these are the loudest when you come into the analog connection between these two. These are definitely louder. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to the Space One Pros and see how they do. All right, we're back in. We got the Pro 3, or excuse me, Pro 3s. Where am I going? Space One Pros plugged in with the analog connection. Let's go. Ooh. Okay, I have these at max volume. As you can see, that bass is punching. Let me go ahead and turn this down. All right. We'll turn it down just a little bit. But man, that bass is hitting. And that reverb fades away nicely. Again, not as loud as the Crusher ANC2s, but it's nice. Again, nice wide sound stage, good clarity, and clean bass. Very nice. All right, it's hitting. Very clear. And then the the auto tune was like real smoothed out. So I didn't even get to mention that. I got so wrapped up in the bass and everything. This auto tune was nice and smoothed out, so you didn't have to worry about that. Piercing sound. in the ear. I know it hits my ear different. I don't know about you guys, but it hits mine kind of different. It makes songs kind of makes it very unpleasant to listen to. Like you can't really. That's just me though. All right, but again, vocal lyrics very clear. I like the way it was smoothed out that auto tune, but that bass, man. Oh, it punched. It definitely punched. All right, let's go ahead and get into our third and final song. All right, we are back in. Final song, Bluetooth. Got the excuse me, got the Crusher ANCs on, ANC2s on. Actually, let me make sure something's correct here because it looks like something. Just trying to keep this thing on 100, keep it 100. There we go. All right. Now, like I said, Crusher ANC's on, ANC2's on. Last song, let's go. All right. Nice low end with the keyboard. Got a nice thump with the drums. Oh, again, nice clarity with the lead saxophone. Good balance in here. Yeah, you still getting that nice thump with the drums. Okay, sound stays decent. Very clear sounding. Okay, here comes the high note. Ah, sounds so good. Now we got the rest of the band coming in. If you have these songs, join me. The sound stays again decent, widens out a little bit. You got the good detail with the keyboard, and you got the other instruments as well falling in line, or filling in rather. Sounds good. I ran over a little long there because I was getting into the song, but really good sound. I like the thump, the kick from the drums, the low end on the keyboard when he dropped to the lower keys. Good detail there. Uh, Again, good balance overall as well. When it came to all the instruments, no one was overpowering the other, which is always good in some cases, I guess. Um, but again, very, very good sounding there. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and switch over to the Space One Pros, see how they do. All right, back in. Final song, we got the Space One Pros on. Let's go. All right. Nice low end with the nice punch with the drums. Good rumble with the low keys on the keyboard. Nice. Okay, lead saxophone is now in. Very nice and crisp. Again, good balance. When it comes to the instruments, I really like the low end with the drums and the keyboard. I'm liking that. Really clean. Here's a high note. Oh yeah, nice and crisp. Yeah, sounds very clean. Got the rest of the background instruments in. Again, soundstage nice and wide, but you still got that balance. Very clean. Uh, Very full sounding. I like that in comparison to the Crusher ANC2s, but man, that sound really good. All right, let's go ahead, switch over to the 3.5 test. All right, we are back in. Final song. We're on a 3.5 millimeter test. We got the Crusher ANC2s on. Let's go. All right, nice bright sound, nice bright volume rather, much louder. That rumble is constant with the between the drums and the keyboard. I love it. Lead saxophone comes out real crisp, real bright, very clean sounding. Again, decent sound stage. Not too tight. They they sounding nice. Okay, here's the high note. Oh yeah, it nailed it. It nailed that high note. Now here's the background instruments coming in. Again, feels it's a really good job of filling up the space. But again, very clean, very clear. Uh, All right. Again, I like the clarity and everything. Again, decent sound stage. The music filled, the instruments filled up that space. Uh, just the bass is really prominent in here, and it's. But again, yet you still had that balance. Let's not forget that you did have that balance between all the instruments. But man, that bass was really prominent. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to the Space One Pros and see how they do. All right, we're back in. We got the Space One Pros on. Again, real quick, I did not have these the volume at 100% on the Crusher ANC twos because man, I my ears will probably be ringing. So I did turn down the volume here as well a little bit, just try to make it as close to equal as far as volume goes. But yeah, I just want to put that out there that 100%, keeping it 100% with you guys. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this final song, 3.5 millimeter test. All right, right off the bat, nice rumble with the drums and keyboard. You can already tell this how wide the soundstage being wider. Oh yes, nice wide soundstage. Lead saxophone sounds very crisp, but you can tell the airiness in there is just very more of a more calming sound, if you will, or tone to it, or just the volume. It just sounds more relaxing. Good balance. Saxophone is crisp. You're still getting that good thump with the drums. Here's a high note. All right, very clean. Now you got the background instruments coming in. All right, again, if you have these songs, join me. Again, you can get the detail with the keyboard. Again, nice wide sound stage, and it gives great sound separation with the instruments as well. It just really really good, really relaxing. Uh, I like that output coming out of these with the 3.5s. All right, let's go ahead and get this cleaned up. We'll come back. We'll talk about both the Bluetooth side and the 3.5 sides of these, and then we're going to pick our winner. Stay strapped in. All right, we're back in, and this has been a great opening round of the Gauntlet Series for the Soundcore Space One Pros. Their opponent in this one is the Skullcandy Crusher ANC 2s. I had a lot of fun putting this together. All right, let's go ahead and talk about each song first in Bluetooth. All right, in Bluetooth, I think first song, all acapella. Both of them gave me nice clarity as far as the vocalists go, lead and background. I got good detail when it came to like the nuances in the song, her breathing, the popping sound when it came to the enunciation of words in the lyrics. Uh, Very nice. However, I think the soundstage was a little wider was actually wider. I'm not going to say little. It was just wider on the Space One Pros than on the Crusher ANC twos. Although they had a decent soundstage, you could just tell there's a little bit more spacing between the vocalists when it comes to that. When it came to that there, so again, both of them gave me good clarity in vocals and everything, but that was the one thing and nuance. Let me put that in here. But that's the one thing that I think separated the Space One Pros from the Crusher ANC twos. All right, moving on to our second song, the bass. Or I consider my bass test. And I have to admit, both of them gave me nice, punchy bass. Again, I'm using these on with zero EQ settings. They're just using the basic AAC or SBC uh, uh, codec. I think it's AAC. With my phone, it's AAC. Uh, they're using that. No frills, no thrills, no Dolby Atmos or Dolby audio for for the soundcore. None of the special features on the Skull Candies. So they're basically as close to apples to apples as I can get. And like I said, they both gave me great punchy bass, nice reverb on the low end. However, I got to give the nod to the Skull Candies. I think uh, the bass punched a little harder on these when it came to the bass drop, the bass hits, and when it came to the low ends, uh, I, the low end it was kind of close. It was really close between these two when it got to the reverb where it faded away. Uh, it was kind of close there when it came to that, but I'm also give the nod to the Skull Candies on that one. The bass just great on it. I mean, it's great. It's good. It's great on both of them, but they just uh, they're just a little bit more. It was just more on the Skull Candies, and us bass heads we love more. All right, so they get the nod on that song when it comes to the bass. Now again, the soundstage and stood out for the Space One Pros on that one, but that test was specifically for bass. It's supposed to be, but I try to incorporate a little bit of everything in it. But I'm gonna give that one to the Skull Candies here. Now moving on to our final song in Bluetooth. Again, pretty much the same as the first song, a little bit, but a little bit, I guess a mixture of the first and second songs, if you will. The low end when it came to the drums and the low keys on the keyboard, you got more of a punch out of the Skull Candies. I mean, you did get a good punch out of the Space One Pros, but I think it was a little bit more prominent here. But then once you got into the instruments, the other instruments, the lead saxophone, all the other background instruments, I think that's where the Space One Pros really excelled. And with that wide sound stage and giving that nice separation and everything, I think that's where these guys really started to take the lead, if you will, when it came between those two songs. Because although you got good balance with the instruments on the Skull Candies, the sound stage is not as wide, not as airy, didn't sound uh, give you the vibe that you were looking for in that type of song. That type, in my opinion, that type of song was a more of a laid back, relaxed, chill type of song. Sip on a little something, and you know, and just enjoy the music type of song, which was produced more on the Space One Pros than it was here on the Skull Candies. They more emphasized the punch of the bass from the drums, the rumble from the low keys on the keyboard. That was, I'm not gonna say it leaned more that way, although you still had a balanced sound, but it kind of leaned more to the low end on that one. So uh, I'm gonna have to give that one to the Space One Pros. I hope I explained that uh, clearly enough for you guys. If not, let me know in the comments. All right, so moving on to our 3.5 tests. All right, so first song, again, very clear. Actually, it's more clearer than when it was on Bluetooth. I'm just going to keep it 100. Both of them, however, the Skull Candies were much louder. Naturally, they're just a natural louder overall headphone going across the board when it comes to the 3.5 connection between these two. All right, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it now so that I don't have to keep saying it throughout the other two portions of the testing because it's true across the board. All right, so now let's get into the detail of everything with the 3.5. First song, again, very clear lead vocalist. The soundstage, again, fantastic, widened out, great, nice and airy, great spacing between the vocalists and the first song on the Space One Pros. When you get over to the Skull Candies, you did get that clarity and everything. Again, detail as well. Good, lead saxophone, so the lead vocalist as well as the background vocalists as well, very crisp and clear. But they got louder, yes, but I like I like the sound stage on this one. I'm gonna go with the Space One Pros again on this when it comes to the first song because the sound stage was wide, got good balance. It sounds spaced out. It sounded like I was trying to find a correct word for it, but my lexicon when it comes to trying to explain music, it's improving, but it's not where I like it to be yet. But again, it was nice and airy. You got nice spacing. It sound uh, I guess more open, if that makes any sense on the Space One Pros. The decent sound stage, but you can definitely tell between the two that although these are louder, the sound stage is tighter on these. So I'm gonna give them the win there. When it comes to the bass song, definitely the win goes to the Crushers there, the Crusher ANC2s. The bass, I mean, it was great with Bluetooth. It was amazing when it came to the 3.5 test. Although the bass was really good on the Space One Pros as well, but man, the other almost I would say pretty much almost otherworldly when it came to the bass. It was insane when it came to it with these, and it was clean too. It wasn't that distorted bass. I mean, it was that clean sounding bass. It got that nice, the low end rumble. It rattled the ear canal and faded away nicely, so you didn't have to worry about it sounding distorted or anything. So I'll give that one to the Skullcandies. All right, now going back into our third song, which is like a combination of both. Again, uh, they improved with the Skullcandies improved. Uh, as far as the clarity and stuff when it came to the instrument, the sleeve saxophone and all the background instruments. But again, it more leaned more towards the low end where the kick drums, the low keys on the keyboard. It leaned more that way than it did, giving me. I mean, you got good sound, good balance, but you could definitely feel uh, how the bass was just a little bit more prominent, a little bit more than the other. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm trying to explain it without trying to say talk too out of both sides of my mouth here, but um, yeah, you got the good balance and everything, but you can definitely tell uh, it was more bass hit a little harder, I guess, than you would want on a song like that when it came to the Skull Candies. But when you got to the Space One Pros, because the sound stage was nice and wide, it did give you that good punch of bass, but it was airy and you got good separation, but balance, so it sound a lot better, a lot smoother. Uh, when in comparison to the Skull Candies. But again, fantastic all the way around. I really enjoyed listening to both of these in this. Just I enjoy listening to both of them anyway. But in this competition, it was definitely fun. All right, so uh, throwing all that in the pot, stirring it up, getting the ladle out, pull it up, put it on the plate, put it in the bowl. Which one would I go with? If I had to pick, uh, between the two, I think I would have to go with the Space One Pros because of the balance. Yes, the Skull Candies, the bass on these guys are horrendous. I mean, not horrendous, but just it's just amazing. Just the punch, and the reverb, everything is just fantastic. And this is without using the Crusher option, that haptic bass. This is without using that. This is with the EQ zeroed out. This is I'm just saying this. I mean, the bass on these is just insane. But if you want to balance between these two, I think the Soundcore Space One Pros rather, have the better overall balance. And not to mention, I didn't even turn on LDAC. I didn't even add Adobe Audio. So even with the balance just running uh, pretty much bare, I like it here. So my winner in this one will be the Space One Pros. mainly because of the better balance when it came to the bass and mids and highs. So again, this has been episode 1. We got 3 more to go. This has been a great start off to this Gauntlet series, and I hope you guys like it. If you did, go and hit the like button. And if you want to join me as I continue to march through my journey, we're closing in on 10,000. We just surpassed 7,000 subscribers before the end of last year. Hopefully, we can get to 10,000 before mid-year. That would be fantastic. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Almost lost my train of thought there. That way, if you want to continue this journey and be notified when videos like this and others drop, I got some other suggestions. I got a Gauntlet series, another one lined up after this one. And of course, I got I got some other comparisons that I want to get done. We got a lot going on. And plus, New Year CES just ended. So there's going to be new products out, new earbuds, headphones, the like coming out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be real busy, and we're going to enjoy this all together. So again, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out and spending some time with me, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.